I got an email over the weekend. The guy asked me, how can he add another $100,000 of mortgage income in the next 12 months? Well, he asked me, how could he do that in 2023? Like, hey, I need another 100 grand this year. How can I do that? And so I created a plan on how to do that in 12 months. And you can just shorten up the cycle if you want to, right? And you can make this happen faster. So if you are making 150 basis points, okay, then you're going to need to do about 6.6 million in home loans in order to go and make $100,000, okay? That's based on 150 bips. Obviously, if you're at a retail shop and you're making a little less, then you got to do a little more. And if you're a broker and you're making a little more, you got to do a little less, okay? But I figure this is probably about an average for people. Now, I'm going to assume an average 350K sales price, okay? And if we're doing $350,000 loans, we need 19 extra loans. All right, 19 extra loans. Now, how are we going to go out and get those 19 extra loans? In order to get 19 loans, if we're going to do it through realtor partners, how many more realtor partners would we need to add to get 19 loans? Well, on a national average right now, one partner, or we'll say one realtor, is doing 4 to 6 deals, okay, with an LO. All right, so 4 to 6 deals a year. So in that case, we're going to need about 5 new realtor partners to work with us, right? So we need 5 realtors. All right. Now, what I think you could do in order to get 5 realtor partners that's going to be the best use of your time, and you're going to be able to speed date agents, demonstrate pre-selection that you've been chosen by other realtors, and you have a sphere and you can get a lot of people together. You can also, show off your marketing prowess and your ability to help and be a real partner, is to get realtors to show up to a class. All right, now, in order to convert 5 realtor partners, how many do we need to get to show up at classes? Well, on average, I can show you how to get a 15% conversion from realtors who show up at a class to realtors who ultimately become a partner, okay? So if that's the case, if we're getting a 15% conversion, we're going to need to get 33, wow, that was rough. We need to get 33 realtors to show up at our classes, right? And from the 33 that show up, we're going to be able to, the cream will rise, and the people that like us and the people we like, all that will work out, and that'll shake out to where we can ultimately end up with these 5 realtors. Now, what is it going to take to get 33 realtors to show up at a class? Well, on average, we have a 50% show rate. Okay, so if that's the case, if you're going to have a 50% show rate like I do, then that means that we need to get 66 realtors to RSVP, right? And that's the only thing that you should focus on right there, is getting the 66 RSVPs. Because you know that if you can get 66 realtors to RSVP to your classes or your live events over the next 90 days, all right, that is very, very doable. We're talking about 22 realtors a month to RSVP to then get a 50% show rate where you're getting 11 realtors to show up every month. And then from that 11, we're going to peel out a 15% conversion rate, and we're going to be getting 1 to 2 partners every month. And from each one of those partners, you could realistically expect to do 4 to 6 deals a year with each one of these realtors. So that's where you're going to get your 19 loans for about $350K each. And if you're making 150 bips, that's going to make you your extra $100,000. All right, so just focus on this number here, on getting the realtors to RSVP. It's the only thing that you can control. And if you can just focus on that number, all the other numbers are going to shake out the way that they're supposed to, right? Like my client Dan, I was talking with him, and he's already made an extra 20 grand so far this year from realtors who have shown up at his classes. So he's perfectly on track for hitting extra 100 grand this year from hosting one class a month, right? And so that's it, okay? This is one way to do it. I think it's the best way. It's the highest use of your time. It allows you to speed date agents, and you can find your tribe, you can find your people way faster than if you're focused on just cold calling agents based on production and trying to go and demonstrate value over coffee or pasta. This is a way that you can get to that 100K and still actually enjoy your business, have a great time. So focus completely on getting 66 realtors to RSVP for your events, and that's going to bring you to the next 100K.